start us with a song from Netanyahu Goldberg called We Are Healers. Just waiting for this. It says we're live streaming, so I'm going to assume that this is just running behind, as it always does. Make sure that it is muted so that people aren't getting a double feed on the radio, because that is not fun. All right, welcome everybody. Here we are for our Course of Love deep dive. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We're going to start with a song, though. So here we go.
We are the shakers of the ground. We are the movers on the ground. We are the shakers on the ground. We are the movers on the ground. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground. The lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground.
Love and healing and peace to all. What a wonderful chant for us to remember. We are the lovers on the ground. We are the healers on the ground in this world, on this earth. That's what we are. And that is what we're here for, loving and healing. So remember that. So good evening, everybody. And we're here for our deep dive into A Course of Love. And last week, we ended up, I believe, on paragraph 1.9. We're still in chapter 1. I think I might go back to 1.9 because there's some real wisdom and help here for we're looking at what is it that I think I am, and I think folks will recognize, if you've been studying A Course of Love, which few people that are here have, that it really is helping us to remember that we are love. and that this is the truth of what we are. There's not there's no other truth about us, because love is and always will be all we are. It's all we can be. So anywho, uh this is really good. This is okay. So I'll read 1:9 and then we'll go on to the next page and start 1:10, which is where I have the bookmark. So and this is of course, we expect everyone to be able to raise their hand or say hello or say whatever. And as we go along, I'd love to hear other people's insights. So 1:9. This is A Course of Love combined volume, and this is published by Take Heart Publications, which I read when I was reading the when we were reading the prelude a while ago, and I read the words "Take Heart." I realized that's where probably Glenn got his name for Take Heart Publications. So, because this is a course of love, and of course, I'm reminded of the way of the heart, the way of mastery, and all that business that we went through some time ago. So, 1:9, the urge to test another's wisdom is the urge to find your own way and have it be a better way. All right, listen to this. The urge to test another's wisdom is the urge to find your own way and have it be a better way. Of course, this is Jesus telling us you just want to be right. It is the urge not to trust the teacher in all things, but only in certain things. It is the desire to find your way on your own so that you can take pride in your accomplishment, as if by following another's map, the sense of accomplishment in your arrival would be diminished. All right, does anybody relate to this? Has anybody ever had this situation where someone or something showed up to you as a teacher and you were not willing, and I'm going to say a word that is really not indicative of what it is, but you're not willing to submit to that teacher. You're not willing to listen to them, to imagine that they know something more than you do, to recognize that they may have an insight into things that you have not experienced. I've had that happen in several situations where uh, I've been presented with a teacher, maybe somebody on Buddha at the gas pump, or even this book, A Course of Love. How many years I resisted it because I felt that it was defamatory to A Course in Miracles. I kind of thought it was like sacrilege, if you know what I mean by that. Um, yeah, exactly, Bob. It's all ego. But this is what I'm talking about is you know, we get caught up in this belief. I mean, yeah, we know it's all ego, but that doesn't mean I know it's ego, because I still think I'm right. So I don't really know. I just have a concept in my mind that says that's how ego acts and reacts. But the truth is, I don't really know at all. And so the way to do is to step back. And McKaylee, I'm glad you raised your hand up, because I was thinking about Tara Singh being one of those early teachers that I think a lot of people rejected. But anyway, go ahead. I'd love to hear what you have to say, Michaela.
I just love what you're saying. I first my ego did the same thing, so it's been a beautiful classroom for me to be able to see the trigger, right? I didn't want to accept at first A Course of Love, and I saw my judgment, my criticism of it, and then just like I let go, and as I let go and let God and come with empty, open hands onto it. It's not edited like the course, so I see that it doesn't have the edit. So I sometimes there's kind of some imperfections in it, but I see the beauty in it, and it talks about pre the pre-separation state, which is the oneness before the belief and separation came. So now that I've been able to look at myself and and accept it without judgment. I see the beauty of it. Just like, I mean, a lot of people didn't accept Tar Singh because he was a Sikh, right? So he brought a lot of the Sikh. He never left that. He brought that, service, that Sikhism with the course. But what that's what was his destiny, and he was written in that script with Dr. Shookman. So it's all good. But I love the way that you're presenting it tonight. So thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, McKaylee. And Bob saying same for the ones we want to emulate as well. Who would not like to be another Ken Wapnick? Um, and it's funny, no, I would not. Because Ken had his issues too. I could see, especially in some of the earlier, I mean, there really is a whole idea that not we're not all going to wake up. In this lifetime, it's impossible for a person to wake up in this lifetime. That's a kind of thought that goes around in a lot of Course in Miracles circles, that's going to happen way in the future after many generations, that, we'll have this. And I hear Jesus saying today, this will happen today. So I don't agree with Ken on that. I don't agree with any of those people on that, because I think it can happen immediately, because immediate you have immediate results if you have infinite patience. And that's what we pray for. Brooklyn, yeah, please go ahead.
Namaste, mighty companion. So wonderful to be here. Lenny, I had that same reaction when John Monday teamed up with Glenn with A Course of Love, and I'm like, what? What? But then as I open myself more, I I see A Course in Miracles in everything, just about everything. It validates, A Course in Miracles is my main baby, but everyone is quoting A Course in Miracles, it seems lately. Bashar and A Course of Love, just different ways of expression, different words. And yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you so much for that, because yeah, thank you for sending me that thing with Bashar today. Yeah, that's what I see it everywhere now. So I'm not worried about, it being, I never really worried about it being misplaced, or someone taking, any other course. I did Way of Mastery, and I don't know if you all know Way of Mastery at all, but I did that. For how many times did we read a Way of Mastery here in ACIM Gather? And did the lessons. They have like 36, so it's like over a year, of well over that. And there are a lot of people, of course, miracle students, who are like, no, the Way of Mastery is terrible because, well, whatever reason. But to me, it made perfect sense. So, this is the only one that didn't make sense to me. And the reason, because, it does say some things like, Jesus saying, well, I kind of screwed up when I wrote A Course in Miracles, and these are the things I didn't put in there that I should have. I'm like, what? I don't think so, but that's my interpretation of what it's saying. That may not be what it's really saying at all. I just read it that way, and I'm like, oh my God, are you crazy? But I recognize that it can't be true. That can't be the truth, because if God isn't everything, and everything is here for me, my learning, then it's got to be the right thing. So, there may be, some people read the sparkly edition of A Course in Miracles, and they don't like the FIP version. Why? Because it doesn't use soul where Jesus told them to put spirit. So they're saying it took the soul out of A Course in Miracles. Well, really, no, it didn't. You have to have an open mind. So and really, the only reason I don't like to read the sparkly is because I like to have the numbers. I like to be able to look things up and remember what chapter and where things are. So that's in me. So This wanting to do things on your own is a trick of the ego, your pride, a gift the ego demands. These are the magic thoughts that oppose miracle mindedness. These are the thoughts that say, on my own, I am everything, rather than on my own, I am nothing. A true leader follows until she is ready to lead. She does not strike out on her own at the beginning before she knows the way. There is no shame in learning, no shame in following the course another has put forth. Each true course changes in application. 50 students may sit in a classroom being taught the same lessons, and not one will learn in exactly the same way as another. This is true with the teaching and learning of information, and true with the teaching and learning of the truth as well. The only way that you can fail to learn the truth is to demand to learn it on your own. For on your own, it is impossible to learn. So again, well, if I'm not doing it on my own, how am I getting this? And of course, it's by asking the Holy Spirit, the higher mind, the truth of what I am, to show me, which means I have to step back, which means I have to stop thinking I know. And I mean, that was I think that was probably the most important lesson I had to learn when I first started studying A Course in Miracles, because I thought I knew it all already. My God, I had been with Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche. I had been with a teacher that is a master. And, I just thought I had it all. But I realized when I first went to him, I thought I had it all too, and found out that I didn't. So it's just crazy, right? I used to be a little Catholic girl. I thought, Catholic Church was all there ever was, and there wasn't anything else. And anything else was sacrilege or heresy. And look at, I've come a long way, baby. All right. Does anybody have any more comments on this paragraph before we move on? Yes, Brooklyn.
We have not come as far as we thought we did. And that's wonderful. It bothered me at first, but that was the ego's pride. But I'm grateful that I could open more. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yep. We gotta, I mean, to do this, we have to accept everything. We just have to accept everything and know that it's all God and all love. So, that's it. Um, all right. Uh, Paragraph 10. Anybody want to read paragraph 10? It starts as resign as your own teacher. Which is the other thing. It really does honor A Course in Miracles. There's not, it's not saying the Course in Miracles is wrong, just saying, here's more. And really it is more, because the Course doesn't really prescribe any kind of behaviors or, how to. And this, as I've noticed with Sebastian's work, it really is all more towards the experience, which is really what I'm here for.
Mhm.
And and Bob says, the hurrier I go, the behinder I get. An old Amish quote. That's funny. All right. Who would like to read paragraph 10?
I'll read it.
But okay.
Resign as your own teacher. Accept me as your teacher, and accept that I will teach you the truth. Find no shame in this. You cannot learn what I would teach you without me. You have tried in countless ways and can try still again, but you will not succeed. Not because you are not smart enough, not because you will not try hard enough, but because it is impossible. It is impossible to learn anything on your own. Your determination to do so only blocks your learning. It is only through union with me that you learn, because it is only in union with me that you are your capital S self. All your effort is based on disbelief of this truth and your attempts to prove that truth is not the truth. All that this effort brings you is frustration. All your seeming success from this effort brings you is pride to offer you your ego. The gift your ego demands is not worth the price you pay. The price of this gift is everything. I don't know how, it's not, he's talking, you know, oh, sorry. when when we're connected, we're not alone. We don't work alone. I guess he's saying if we listen to ego, we're not with him. We're choosing the wrong teacher.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Rafi, yes, please go ahead.
I don't know why I'm always amazed at the synchronicity, but I am. This what happened yesterday. I was faced with a situation that I didn't have a solution for. So I let go wanting to figure it out, and I asked Lester Levinson, Lester, show me where the answer is. Show me what it is, because and I just let everything be, and my hand dropped down, and it landed on one of his books. So I picked the book up and I opened it up just to a random page, and the paragraph that had the answer was sitting right there. Okay? I mean, do I need more proof than that? I was just that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rafi. And of course, Lester's in your mind. Well, of course he's going to show you the right place because that's where Lester resides, is in the mind of the listener, the mind of the journeyer. So I love that. And that happens all the time, right? Don't we always have that gift of just having what you need when you need it? And never to me, it's always been an amazing thing. And it happens to me all the time. So since I was, a kid, my whole life, everything has always just come to me. So I find that, so helpful because I don't have to struggle for anything. And I highlighted here, it is only through union with me that you learn, because it is only in union with me that you are yourself, which
Bingo.
is the truth. Bingo. Yeah. And that is what we are. We are one with the Christ. We are the Christ. Um, and we don't see it because we think that there's all kinds of stuff we need to do, but there's really nothing that we need to do. And we read that chapter 9 the other day in this book, and that was one thing that just really hit me was there's talking about there's why do we keep trying? It says when he says his eyes are on the sparrow, the lilies of the field. They don't toil nor they reap. They don't do anything, but God clothes them in beauty. Everything, things that are in trust receive everything. So if I think I'm doing something, I'm I'm confused. I don't need to do anything. And that's such a beautiful um understanding, or knowing or understanding that it's all being done for us. And it might be being done through us, but we're not doing it. And so this whole idea of trying, and Jesus in this course talks to us about striving. We don't have to do anything. And this is what he says. It's impossible to learn anything on your own. Your determination to do so only blocks your learning. That's it. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to share about this paragraph? All right. Well, then let's go on to the next paragraph, 11. Who would like to read paragraph 11? Brooklyn.
I was just going to say, it's all about trust to go past the ego. It's all about trust. Of course, sometimes the mind doesn't make sense of it, but ego analyzes, Holy Spirit allows. So it's all about trust. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And when he says the price of this gift is everything, that's the truth. The gift of success that we think that we're getting out of the ego mind, out of the ego work, we have to give everything up for that. So uh, uh, either way, I have everything or I'm trying to get everything. And if I'm trying to get everything, I'm not going to get it. But if I know I have it, it's here right now for me now. Um, so who would like to read paragraph 11? Oh, Shelley. Hi, sweetheart. Yes, please.
Hi, thank you. 111. The teacher always has a role in the learning of the student. This does not diminish the student's achievement. You must realize it is your desire to make of yourself your own creator that has caused all your problems. This is the authority problem. It is pervasive in the life of your physical form and in the life of your mind. It is only your heart that does not consider this an issue of concern. This is another reason we appeal to the heart. Yeah. And your heart. We make of ourselves as the creator, and that is the authority problem. Yeah. Shall I carry on?
Yeah, or if anybody has anything else to say about the paragraph I see. Oh, that's you that have your hand up. Yeah, so I think this is really again, it's only your heart that does not consider this an issue of concern. He's not talking about the heart that is the emotion that can be uh love or hate or fear or all that stuff. Those emotions are not, this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about something that is um our internal compass, the thing that we are. And so when we're not talking about the mind, we're not talking about the ego, we're not talking about the soul or the spirit. Uh, these are all things that have definite meanings in our mind. The heart, though, I think what he's really talking about is the Christ mind that we are. That is not, that has no corollary in the world. That's my thought about that. And if you have any other thoughts about that, I think this book is going to probably bring us into knowing more of what the heart really is. But yeah, did you have anything else, Shelley?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's the truth of who we are. This is what the heart is here, I think. Our truth. Drop all the illusion and it's just what's left, the truth.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if you want to continue on with 12, that'd be great.
Okay. 112. The heart cares not where love comes from, only that it comes. This is useful to us in several ways. By this, I do not mean that there are not particular objects of your affection. This is not the love of which we speak. The heart yearns for what is like itself. Thus, love yearns for love. To think of achieving love on one's own is ludicrous. This is why love is your greatest teacher. To yearn for what is like yourself is to yearn for your Creator. And when perception is healed, to create like your Creator. This yearning exists naturally within you and cannot be diminished or satiated. Oh, I love that. You feel that.
Yeah. And this is why we're still seeking always, seeking companionship, seeking friendship, seeking romantic love, seeking fulfillment through our work, fulfillment through our relationships, fulfillment through eating, running, exercising, all the different things that we do because we feel that we are lacking something. Something is missing in our experience. And so we're longing for that, whatever it is, and we're trying to satiate that with things of the world, things anything that we can fill ourselves up with. We are like those hungry ghosts that Buddhism is so clear about. We eat and we eat and eat and can never be filled because we're not eating the right thing. So what we're yearning for is our Creator. What we're yearning for is God. Whatever you want to call it, to yearn for what is like yourself is to yearn for your Creator. And when perception is healed, to create like your Creator. And, Course in Miracles says, one of our creations are love. So it's really to love like your Creator, to yearn for the love and to be the love. And this yearning exists naturally within you. Of course, we only have a yearning because we think we're apart from it. We only have a yearning because we think we're separate from it. But when we recognize we're not separate or apart from it, then yearning is gone. There's nothing to yearn for because you have it. And this is what we're looking for, is that feeling of full satisfaction and no imagined needs, nothing lacking, nothing missing. As when we say uh, anything, we experience anything, it's complete and fully satisfying and fully joyous. Imagine, if you will, Jesus through the whole where he was intimidated and beaten and tortured and all that, hung it up on the cross and all that business. Imagine his experience as he knew himself as he really was. His experience could only be that of joy throughout all of that. His experience could only be that of joy, of love, of being fulfilled, being being given everything. People think that Jesus suffered. He did not suffer. How could he who is so holy suffer? Every bit of it was joy for him. And that's the only experience. And when you learn, when you recognize that that's the point of all experience, is to bring the love of God, the joy of God, the peace of God to us, then we can be satiated with whatever it is. Even no matter what's happening to us, we are fulfilled. Uh, I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody else, but it definitely makes sense to me. And Bob is saying, with no one out there, why do we teach? We teach what we need to learn. Exactly. We're both student and teacher simultaneously. The self teaching the self. We are only ever truly helpful to ourselves. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Bob. And Dove, yes, please go ahead. You're muted.
I said, this whole thing reminds me of the Star Trek movie with V'ger. Does anyone remember with V'ger? So,
Yeah.
so no one knew what V'ger was, but it was this incredible mass that was heading towards Earth at lightning speed from outer space. So they sent Captain Kirk out to find out what's going on with V'ger. I mean, why is it heading towards Earth? So they didn't even know what Voyager was, but Voyager stood for Voyager. We sent out Voyager to gather the information from the universe, and he kept gathering more information and more information. And finally, he said, "Look, I don't want more information." That's like a quote right out of I can't think of his name from Eckhart Tolle. I don't need more information. I just want to meet the creator. I just want to meet the creator. So they finally meet, and I think that he touches hands with one of the shipmates and becomes light. I mean, that's the exact same story that they're reading here. I mean, it doesn't matter what happens here. We just want to meet the creator.
I love that. Thank you, Dove. Yes, and that's he wouldn't believe that what he was doing was not helpful until the creator told him, "Hey, cool it." And then he was able to stop that. And then it's interesting. I just read an article today about that. Voyager, the only space thing that has gone out of our solar system into other places. So I just read read about that today. So interesting you bring it up. Okay, uh, so it is only your heart that does not consider this an issue of concern. The authority problem. This is the authority problem. It is pervasive in the life of your physical form and in the life of your mind. It is only your heart that does not consider this an issue of concern. This is another reason we appeal to the heart. So yeah, the heart doesn't recognize, that there's that we've made a mistake about who the creator is, which is what the authority problem is, really. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's see. So did we read 12? I think not. Um, who would like to read paragraph 12?
I read 12, Lynn.
Oh, you did read 12. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, because it's talking about this yearning. Sorry. 13. Who would like to read 13?
I'll read 13.
Thank you, sir.
I don't have my picture up there because I can't see the words when the row of pictures are there.
Well, darn you.
Those who are seen as loveless and alone in the world are those who find to be the objects of your pity. Yet you do not realize that this is the state your ego has you endlessly striving to achieve. Your ego would have you believe that only when you need no one to achieve all you desire, only when you are satisfied with what you are and with what you can do on your own separation, only then will your autonomy and your learning be complete. For this is all your learning has been for. I hope that's not true, but I'll keep reading. The goal of this world is for you to stand on your own, complete within yourself. This goal will never be reached, and only when you give up trying to reach it can you begin to learn anything of value. You are complete only within God, where you endlessly abide. Striving to be that which you can never be is the hell you have created. Let me see. So that when they're talking about the world and the ego having you be or become something, are they all talking about the ego?
Yes. Yes.
Satisfying true. I better listen to one of the veteranos.
Yeah, basically what he's saying is that the ego thinks that you're here to have experiences and that only, only you can only dig yourself out of whatever this place that we think we are, and that we think that if we learn everything, if we achieve everything, then we will become self-sufficient. And he says this goal will never be reached. And only when you give up trying to reach it can you begin to learn anything of value. And so, as he tells us in A Course in Miracles, don't look for value in anything in this world. That there's this world has no value. It really the only thing that it's here for is to remind you of the truth of who you are so that you can remember and return to your true state. So you are complete only within God, where you endlessly abide. Striving to be that which you can never be is the hell you have created. And so, what is it that we can never be? Um, you know, I'll tell you one thing, I'll never be a ballerina. As much as I would love to be a ballerina, and as much as I appreciate ballerinas, I'll never be a ballerina. I'll never be a tightrope walker. I'll never be the president of the United States. I'll never be, there's so many things that, you may strive for in this world.
I
All
would
of
vote
that
for
is
you,
for
Lynn.
you would. Thank you, honey. I wouldn't take the job though. You got to be insane for that. But, but
You know,
maybe a sane person would be I mean,
I
I consider myself.
misread it. But,
Yeah.
no, I shouldn't say that. I misperceived it because I thought this was saying for me to gather all the information you can. Information is what I don't need. I
That's
need a
right.
direct experience with my source, and that's all the information I need. I remember Doug always told me don't value what's valueless. And so when I read that, I went, wait a minute, this didn't make sense. So thank you for clearing that up for me.
Thank you, Rico. Yeah, great. I love you. I'm
That's
glad
all
we're
I
having
need.
this
See, that's all I need.
conversation. That's it. That's it.
I'm a simple
Brooklyn.
man. All I need is love,
That's it. Me too.
but I
You
need to
know,
give it.
that's so sweet, Rico, that you said that. That's what my husband says all the time. I'll be coming up with, what about this and what about this? And he'll be like, Lynn, I'm just a simple person. I only need a couple things, and the rest of it you can go out and do. So yeah, I like that. Brooklyn, please go ahead.
I wrote a poem today, and it has to do with this. Maybe it's me, I see it, but yeah, I was caught in my mind, trying to make plans. What should I do? And then questioning the voice I was hearing. Then, okay, I'll read it to you. Okay, next day birthday, mark of survival. Should a boardwalk be my gift? Sun and air, you call to me. I ask what voice has this vision. Chosen roads do not justify guilt, and now I trust where to move. Small mind wanders in judgments, thoughts. Big mind knows just to breathe. Love's way, valued, grace, the only decision need be made. Thank you.
Thank you. That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you, Brooklyn.
Step back and let him lead the way, or as I say, I step back and trust I step back and trust he leads the way.
That's it. I love it. Thank you, Brooklyn. All right. So who would like to read paragraph 14?
I hear the sound of silence. I'll read it.
Okay, thank you.
Lack of striving is seen as a settling for less. This would be true if what you were striving for had value. To strive mightily for nothing is still to have nothing and to end up with nothing. Striving, however, must be distinguished from struggle. To strive for that which has value is what this course is about. It has nothing to do with struggle. You think also that to leave struggle behind, to disengage from the conflict of this world that causes, flip the page, please, that causes it, is to turn your back on the real world and all that has meaning in it. In this, you think correctly, and yet you do not choose this option, thinking that to do so, you turn your back on responsibility and on duty, thus counting this action as a noble one. This desire to engage in struggle has nothing to do with what you are responsible for. It is merely your ego's attempt to involve you in distractions that keep you from real responsibility. Think again about your attraction to struggle. It is your attraction to the game, a game you hope to win, another chance to show your stamina and your strength, your quick wits and your cunning mind. It is another chance to prevail against the odds so stacked against you that you can once again convince yourself that you are alone, have succeeded against the mighty adversaries. It is the only way you see to prove your power and control over a world of chaos. To not engage in the chaos at all is seen not as desirable, but as a sort of abdication, a loss through failure to engage. Although you are well aware you will not win the game, you play here. You see the effort to do so, no matter how futile, as being that which makes up your life. To engage is to not prove your own existence. You know, as I was reading this, Lynn, I was thinking about win what game? Struggle for what? I never want to struggle. I'm lazy. I don't want to struggle for anything. But I kind of lost the drift here as it was, I think it's back on the other page about, I don't want to play this game. I played this game professionally for 30 years, and that's not who I was. People ask your name and they say, what do you do? And I'd say, do you want to know what do I do or who I am? Because it's two different answers. And this paragraph reminds me of that. Ego's attempt to involve you in distractions. Absolutely. I was a distracted person probably the better half of my life. Distractions. And didn't know they were distractions. So the ego had me in the grips. And now you guys set me free. So thank you and I love you.
Thank you, Rico. Yeah, I love you too, brother. And yes, that's it. It's this distractions of the goals, the ideas that we set up in our lives saying, this is what I want. This is what I want to become, and even if you think it's, in fact, that's, I think, why our friend, Hakeem stopped teaching. He realized that all that was really keeping him from actually experiencing his his Christ self, because it does become, this is again why, uh and I would not like to be in a position like Marianne Williamson or Lisa Natoli or Regina Dawn Akers or any of these, people that are considered great teachers. I wouldn't want to be in that position, because I think I would have to be thinking so much to try to hold on to keep this thing going that I had started up. And I think, when you come to recognize that all that striving is for nothing, and everything just comes when you just open up for it. You don't have to work hard to make this happen. You just have to be open to it and allow it. So, I think, this whole idea of, uh, I'm trying to remember the truth of what I am. Even that, my gosh, that comes naturally. You don't have to try. It just comes to you because it's what you are. And the thing that's keeping me from seeing that or experiencing that is this notion that I have to do something. I have to be doing something to make it happen. And I tried for years to do something. Try to write a book, try to do this, whatever, and people would say, well, then the reason they're not inviting you to speak at the conference is because you never wrote a book. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta write a book or I won't be able to go speak at the conference. Like, what the hell do I want to speak at a conference for? That's to me, that's just a bunch of fluff. Although, I've gone to conferences and learned things from people and it's been great, but that's not me. I'm not striving for that. I just want to know the truth. That's it. Shelley, yes, please.
I was thinking about the teachers, and as part of all of our journeys, we're actually going to these teachers and we're learning things ourselves, which is all part of the journey. And I think perhaps from the teacher's point of view, not all of them, but some of them, it's what's coming to them naturally to be inspired to share. And that's part of their role in the world. And I guess maybe they probably need to know when to stop as well. So just share as long as it's coming from that inspiration. That's just my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it would be really hard, to be honest, if you're not totally inspired all the time, which, might happen. That's what I don't worry about coming in here and joining with you guys, because I know it's going to come. But, I don't know if I tried to set it up and tried to, let me come and tell you about this or that, unless I had like a class curriculum already set up. But even then, there's too much planning involved in that for me. I prefer just
That's
to
work.
just work. Yeah, and I don't want to work. I'm lazy like Rico. Brooklyn, please go ahead.
I'm so grateful for our individualized curriculum, and all expressions of love are maximal.
That's right. That is right. All right, you guys, our time is up. This has been lovely. Look forward to seeing y'all again next week. And Bob's saying with 30 books plus, I will never speak at a conference. Losing my voice was a gift. Yes, yeah, exactly. Rico, yes, go ahead, please.
Just a quick good night sidebar. You know, to give you a little vision of my laziness, I came into the 12-step program as a no God baby. I wasn't into the God thing because of some experiences I had as a young Catholic. So I couldn't figure out if I was an agnostic or atheist. And when I found out what it took to be an atheist, you got to prove there's no God. I said, oh, no, that's much too much work for me. I'm too lazy for that. No, I'll be an agnostic.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh, thank goodness for that. All right, you guys. Yeah, Rafi, yes.
Just want to add to that with part of the laziness is I always said I'm never the doer. It's not me, but the Father that working through me. That way, everything is done well. If I got to do it, but if the truth of the being of the Father that works through me, not the doer, just turn it over. Thy will be done. It always turns out way better than I expected to.
That's perfect. Yeah. So thank you, Rafi. All right, you guys. I love you all. Look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow morning, and we'll
Love
have
us.
our beautiful
One,
Friday.
one last thing. Hey, Doug, when are you and Karen going to start?
The 25th. I'm
Okay.
not done. The
Somebody
25th.
send me an email or text or something.
Yeah, you'll be getting it.
Okay, I get sidetracked.
It's Thursday, 11 o'clock. That's 8 o'clock your time.
On the 25th.
Yeah.
Okay, in about 5 minutes, I will have forgotten it.
That's all right. I'll be sending you an email. All right, my loves.
Love us.